We are hearing Bhaktyaloka last essay about Satobrite following the sadhus. We heard about how householder devotees should live. Now we are hearing how renunciate devotees should live, about sannyasis, babajis. We heard that sannyasis should not use perfumed oil or any luxury like this. The renounced devotee is forbidden to hear women sing. Ek din Prabhu ya meshwar tota jaite, sei kale devadasi lagi lagaite, dure gan shuni Prabhur hoilo abesh, stri putra purushoke, gai na jane bishesh, stri gai boli govinda Prabhure koila kole, stri nam shuni Prabhur bajja hoila. Prabhu kohe Govinda aji rakhila jibon, stri parash hoile amar hoito moron. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. One day, when the Lord was going to the temple of Yameshwara, that is that Shiva, a female singer began to sing in the Jagannath temple, Devadasis. Hearing the song from a distance, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately became ecstatic. He did not know whether it was a man or woman singing. Just then, Govinda caught the Lord in his arms and cried, "It is woman singing." As soon as he heard the word woman, the Lord became externally conscious. "My dear Govinda," he said, "you have saved my life. If I had touched the body of a woman, I would certainly have died." Because Mahaprabhu wanted to embrace the singer, but he was not aware. That is why also you will not find in Gauriya Math ladies singing kirtans, leading. They can sing, following, but not leading. They can do separately, but not in general programs. But in another, we also see one woman climbed on top of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to see Jagannath. Govinda wanted to chastise her, but Mahaprabhu, seeing her devotion, she had no lust or any bad intention or anything, but she was so eager to get darshan of Jagannath that she climbed. She also was not aware on whom she is climbing, because so much absorbed in desire to see Jagannath. So Mahaprabhu detected that, and he said to Govinda, "Don't disturb her. Don't disturb," because Govinda wanted to pull her down. So we see both these things. Devotees, they will see devotion in anyone who has. But for social dealings in this society, there will be some caution in regard to behavior with them, because other people may not understand devotion, and also because not all renunciates are already pure devotees. There are practitioners also, so it can be disturbing to them, such things. The bed of the renounced devotee is described. Kolar Sharalate Shayan Otikin Kai Sohite Nare Jagadananda Srijila Upai Shukma Bastra Ani Gauri Kodia Rangila Shimulir Tuladia Taha Puraila Tuli Bali Sadeki Prabhu Krodabishta Hoila Govindere Kohisei Tuli Dur Koila Prabhu Kohenkat Ek Anoho Parite Jagadananda Chahe Amai Bishoy Bunjaite Sannyasi manush amar bhumite shoyon, amare kat tuli balish, mastak mundon, Swarup Gosai tobe srijila prakar, kadalir shushka patra anila apar, nake chiri chiri taha oti shukmo koila, Prabhur bahir vas duite seso bhorila, ei moto dui koila oran parone, অঙ্গীকার কইলা Prabhu অনেক যতনে. The Lord, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was very thin, and he would lay down to rest on the dry bark of a plantain trees, banana trees, that bark of banana. Jagadananda could not tolerate this, so he devised a remedy. He acquired some fine cloth and colored it with red oxide. Then he filled it with cotton from a shimula tree. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the quilt and pillow, he was immediately very angry. The Lord asked Govinda to put aside the quilt and pillow. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "You should bring a bedstead here for me to lie on. Jagadananda wants me to enjoy material happiness. I am in the renounced order, and therefore I must lie on the floor. For me to use a bedstead, quilt, or pillow would be very shameful." Then Swarup Damodar Goswami devised another method. First, he secured a large quantity of dry banana leaves. He then tore the leaves into very fine fibers with his nails and filled two of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's outer garments with the fibers. In this way, Swarup Damodar made some bedding and a pillow, and after much endeavor by the devotees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted them. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So sannyasi should not have this enjoying spirit. Where sannyasi will stay, his permanent place, there he will have very simple bedding and this, on the ground, or very simple. But if sannyasi is going somewhere for preaching, and they are inviting him to house and like this, then they will offer something nice. He will accept, but not with the spirit of enjoyment, only as much as necessary for his rest, not extra for any kind of enjoyment, and that is only for the time being. But in his own place, he will not keep any luxury. Mahaprabhu spoke concerning the food of the renounced devotee. Prabhu kohe sobe kene purire kororos, sahaj dharma ke kohe teho tar kibadosh, jyoti hoya jihva lampatya atyanta anyay, jyotir dharma pran rakite akhar matra khai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "Why are all of you angry at Ramachandra Puri? He is expounding the natural principles of sannyas life. Why are you accusing him? For a sannyasi to indulge in satisfying the tongue is a great offense. The duty of a sannyasi is to eat only as much as needed to keep body and soul together." Again, in his own place, he will arrange, or will, for only like to keep body and soul together, for survival, to engage in bhajan. But if he's in preaching, then they will offer many things. So in order to accept their service, their devotion, he will accept, but not with enjoying spirit. If it is with enjoying spirit, then that will be fault. But if he rejects, then also it will be fault, because discouraging them. So in this way, it is only accepting for the time being, because that is not permanent arrangement, and without greed spirit. And sometimes it is very difficult for preaching sannyasis also. I heard from them. Because they have to go from one place to another. And everywhere devotees, they want to make nice offering, feasts they are making. So they are going from one place to another, feast from feast to feast. Because devotees who are living there, the program will be 2-3 days. So they are doing that. And then later on they are having normal arrangement of prasad. But sannyasis, they go from one feast to another. So it is sometimes difficult to manage. So they will take little and careful. But when they came to our place, because I don't know how to cook very well and also not very eager to serve, so I cook simple and healthy. So they become happy also. Oh, very nice. Some light food we are getting after a long time. So sometimes this is also good. But sannyasi should not complain, like he's going someplace and there will not be feast. Sannyasi should not say, why you cooked like this? No, sannyasi should never have this greed to. Only they are going and they are accepting what is necessary for their living, for their preaching seva. They will go on, but they will not demand or desire or complain. All these points should be accepted as the sadvriti, pure conduct of the devotees. So I heard from many sannyasis, that is why I'm trying to keep simple prasad here. This is one reason. Another reason is I have no capacity to cook good. So it is both is coming together. They are happy to take light food. I heard from many sannyasis, not only from one, but many, that they are happy with taking light food. And they explained why. Because in Europe, or they are going from one feast to another. All the time pakoras and this and so many cakes, heavy prasad all the time, so it is not easy to go on. Now the sadvriti for all devotees, either householders or renounced, will be shown. First we heard for householders, then for renunciates, now those which are for all, common for all. There is no dharma except Krishna mantra and Krishna nam in Kali Yuga. Everyone must take diksha of Krishna mantra. Krishna mantra hoite hobe sangsar mochon, Krishna nam hoite pave Krishna racharan. Simply by chanting the mantra of Krishna, one can obtain freedom from material existence. Chanting the name of Krishna, one will be able to see the lotus feet of the Lord. I explained some days back. Krishna mantra will take you to Vrindavan, but to actually enter into Vrindavan and get prema, that seva, loving seva, madhurja seva, for that Harinam you must do. Chanting of the holy name with that delightful relation, not in awe and reverence, but in delightful relation. In Brihad Bhagavatamrita this is shown. Gopa Kumar could not enter into Vrindavan without Nama Sankirtan, calling Krishna. No awe and reverence. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh Radhe, oh Krishna. Nam binu koli kale nahi ar dharma. Sarva mantra saranam ei shastra marma. In this age of Kali, there is no religious principle other than the chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of all mantras. This is the purport of all scriptures. Sarva mantra saranam, you will find in the explanation of Jiva Goswami, and Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained nicely, our Gurudev also in Archan Vidhi, that the main point in mantra is name. It is, in mantra it is arranged with some other words also to Jiva Goswami explained, but I should not speak about this. The point is the main ingredient or main thing in the mantra is the name. There it is arranged in certain way to help practitioners, and when the relationship is awakened, then in sweet delightful relation one will chant Harinam in vocative case, calling in relation. Then by that he will get prema. So this chanting of the holy name is the only dharma now in Kali Yuga, and it is also the essence of all mantras. If you replace that name with some other name, then everything is immediately different. Or if you take out the name, then nothing will work. Main point is name. Krishna name je ananda sindhu aswadan, Brahmananda tar age kato dakasama. Compared to the ocean of transcendental bliss that is tasted by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, the pleasure derived from impersonal Brahman realization, Brahmananda, is like the shallow water in a canal. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And you should not think that Brahmananda, transcendental bliss of Brahman, is something little. You will find in Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, about that once I read, that one healthy man in this world having all enjoyment, getting happiness. But 100 more than that, those in Bhaktyaloka will get, and 100 more than that, the karma devas, and like 100 more like Indra, then going up, Brahma, so much. Then Brahmananda will be like unlimited in comparison with this bliss. No one can explain what kind of Brahmananda, what kind of bliss is in Brahmananda. It is in Upanishad, because that is of different category than any kind of material pleasure. So there it is said, no one can explain what is the bliss of Brahmananda. It has no comparison with anything, or no measurement of anything in this world. But that Brahmananda is very little, almost like nothing. Devotees will feel nothing in comparison with Premananda, when there is Lila and Seva. Brahmananda for them is like hell, because there is no Seva. That is why these 4 Kumaras, they were established in Brahmananda. That is why they could keep celibacy. Their 4 Kumaras, they did not want to get married. Other sons of Brahma, he ordered them to get married. They got married and creation. But these 4 did not want to get married. Even after pressing them, they did not want. They followed celibacy, and also they're always young, like 4 or 5 years old, because of that strength. If you lose semen, then that is energy lost. If semen is used for making the bodies of devotees, those who will create Krishna's servants. We cannot create Krishna servants, but those jivas with Sukriti or devotees in past life, they will come into such body. So to make that body for them is also seva. That is proper use of semen. But any other kind of wastage of semen or then that will lose. That will reduce energy and you will become old very quickly and diseased. So 4 Kumaras, they were established in Brahmananda. That is why no any desire of this world. In that verse is there in Gita, Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma na shochati na kankshati. Those who are in Brahmananda, they have no lamentation of losing something, because that is not their requirement. So whether they have or they lose, that is nothing to them. And no desire, na kankshati. Nothing of this world they desire, because they are getting that Brahmananda, Atmananda, that bliss. But those 4 Kumaras, when they got Tulsi, fragrance of Tulsi offered to the lotus feet of Narayan, then they accepted devotion to Narayan. They felt this higher bliss. Then they said, what we did before, that was like a sin. Sinful activity. Why? Because there is no seva to Bhagavan. We are all eternal servants of Bhagavan. So not doing seva is a sin, and you cannot be fulfilled. So here it is mentioned, Krishna name je ananda sindhu asvadan, Brahmananda tar age kato da kasam. That bliss when one gets from chanting holy name with relation with Krishna, that is for his satisfaction, that is much higher, or it is like an ocean of bliss in comparison to Brahmananda, is like a small shallow water in a kettle. Sada nam loibo jatha labete santosh eito achar kore bhakti dharma posh. One should strictly follow the principle of always chanting the holy name, and one should be satisfied with whatever he gets easily. Such devotional behavior solidly maintains one's bhakti. Gyan, for that is whatever he gets easily, means for livelihood. For renounce says by begging or by accepting charity, for householders earning, but it should be like smoothly, by the grace of Krishna, some arrangement for sincere souls, so that they can do bhajan more and more, that is chanting holy name and Shravan Kirtan. This. And one should be satisfied with whatever he gets easily. Should not give much importance for some huge things, for luxury, for this. Jnana karma yoga dharma nohe Krishna bosh. Krishna bosh hetu ek prem bhakti ras. By following the paths of jnana, karma or yoga to control the senses, one cannot satisfy Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Unalloyed devotional love for Krishna is the only cause for the Lord's satisfaction. So these are the principles to be followed by all devotees. Krishna mantra, Krishna nam, no any other process except Krishna bhakti, and simple living, high thinking. Instructions and conduct regarding making someone one's guru are explained. Kiba bipra kiba nyasi shudra kene noy. Jai Krishna tato eta sei guru hoy. Whether one is a brahmana, a sannyasi, or a shudra, regardless of what he is. He can become a spiritual master if he knows the science of Krishna. That is the only thing. Krishna Veta. He knows Krishna. No any bodily, these worldly things. Raganuga marge tare baje jai John, sei John pai broje Brajendra Nandon. Sida dekhe chinti kore tahai sevon, Saki babe pai Radha Krishna rocharon. If one worships the Lord on the path of Raganuga and goes to Vrindavan, he receives the shelter of Brajendra Nandan, the son of Nanda Maharaj. Meditating on his Siddha Deha and performing service in it, he attains an opportunity to serve Radha and Krishna as one of the gopis. Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is in Raya Ramananda Sambhava. That is there, but you have to become qualified to enter into this practice. Mahaprabhu said to Raghunath Das Goswami, what is the qualification? He told him, bhalo na khaibe ar bhalo na paribe, grame katana shunime grame katana bolibe, then amani manada sada nam loibe, braje Radha Krishna seva manasa koribe. Yes, you have to serve Radha Krishna in Vrindavan from your Siddha Deho, but there are conditions before also, he told Mahaprabhu, that we are not thinking about. You should not wear nice clothes, should not be eager for any worldly enjoyment, should not eat nice, should not have desire for nice. You should not hear any worldly talks, should not speak any worldly talks. You have to be established in Amanina Manadena, not desiring respect, but giving due respect to all, seeing Krishna in their heart. And Sadanam Loive, always chanting Harinam continuously. With these qualities it is possible, otherwise not. Then when one is established on this constancy, on pure platform, then he can enter into that process. Association with devotees is necessary at all times. One should associate with devotees who are superior to oneself and are of similar type and are affectionate to you. Sajatiya means like same goal they have, same approach to practice, and they should be superior, more advanced than you. Then you can get inspiration and guidance, and they should be affectionate to you. Otherwise, how they will grace you, how you can approach them. So they should have that affection. Generally, like with disciples of same guru or god brothers of guru, like this, that is god brothers of Gurudev, those who are advanced pure devotees, and also with god brothers, those who are more advanced, because approach will be same. That is more beneficial, and they should be affectionate. Shreyo madhye kon shreyo jiber hoy sar, Krishna bhakta sangha bina shreyo nahi ar. Out of all auspicious and beneficial activities, which is best for the living entity? Mahaprabhu asked Raya Ramananda. Ramananda Raya replied, the only auspicious activity is association with the devotees of Krishna. Krishna bhakta sangha bina shreyo nahi ar. There is Preya and Shreya. Shreya, or that path for eternal welfare or auspicious, that is Krishna Bhakta Sangha. Because in association with devotees, devotion is there. Kirtan will be there, Harikatha will be there, Prasad will be there, Dham will be there, everything. Though a devotee may be in a sampradaya, there is the following consideration. Prabhu kohe karmi gyani dui bhakti hin, tomar sampradaya dekhi sei dui chin, sobe ek gun dekhi tomar sampradaya, satya vigraha kori ishware koro honishchoye. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, both the karmis and the gyanis are considered non-devotees. We see both elements present in your sampradaya. The only qualification that I see in your sampradaya is that you accept the form of the Lord as truth. That is in Madhva Sampradaya, before Madhavendra Puri. There is some elements of karma and jnana are there to assist or to bring you to a higher level, and devotion is more on this point, that Supreme Lord is eternal, His form is eternal, we are His eternal servants. That is better than Mayavadis. Mayavadis, they don't accept. So devotion is there. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that in Shastra, principal process. Maybe it will be, yes. There he mentioned principal process for devotion mentioned in Shastra is Shravan Kirtan and Sadhu Sangha. By that one can get Krishna Prem. Those are not so direct process, Mahaprabhu told them. One should not remain in the place where one sees contradiction to bhakti conclusions and rasa abhas. Bhakti conclusions means bhakti siddhanta and rasa abhas. Bhakti siddhanta biruddha arasa bhas. Shunite na hoy prabhur chitar ulas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was never pleased to hear books or verses opposed to the conclusive statements of bhakti. The Lord did not like hearing rasa abhas, the overlapping of transcendental mellows. Hear books or verses, or like someone will speak Harikatha, but he does not know proper Siddhanta. He's speaking his own ideas, which are contrary to scriptural conclusions, that we should not hear. Or even if we have to hear, because such is circumstance, we should not accept that. Like Prahlad Maharaj was hearing from his teachers, but did not accept inside his heart. So sometimes if you hear some apasiddhanta, then you should not accept in your heart. If it is possible, you should try to present proper siddhanta. If not possible, then at least you should not accept inside your heart. And rasa abhas, improper mixing of sentiments. Like Vatsalya rasa and Madhurja rasa, they cannot go together in one lila. They are opposite. Or Dasya and Sakya. Like you cannot mix bitter taste and sweet taste together. You can first eat bitter and then salty like this, and at the end sweet. That is okay. But not at the same time. That will create some problem in digestion, according to Ayurveda. They are incompatible. Like with rasas, some are incompatible. It cannot happen at the same time. So someone who is not well versed in rasa tattva, he can make some poetry or some mantras or some chants, like then that will create this rasa bhasa, and devotees, they don't like to hear this. Like there was one Babaji in Navadip. Suddenly he said that he got revelation in dream that Nityananda is actually Radharani. But that is wrong, because Nityananda is Baladev. And Baladev is participating as a Baladev, he is participating in 4 rasas. As Ananga Manjari, he is participating in Madhurya rasa also. But this Babaji, he told, Nityananda is Radharani. So he made one chant. Nitai Go Radha Shyam, Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Shri Radha Govinda. Yes. Nitai Go Radha Shyam, Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram. You should not loudly chant Mahamantra, he said, because that is mantra. But he does not know that this is Mahamantra. It is not in dative case like other mantras. Those mantras in dative case, like giving, offering, they have to be chanted only mentally. But Mahamantra is in vocative case, and Mahaprabhu was loudly singing also, and in Guru Parampara it is coming. But this Babaji, he told, no, you should not, only you can mentally chant Mahamantra, and this you have to chant loudly, Nitai Go Radha Shyam, Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram, thinking Nityananda is Radharani. So it is Nitai Radhe, and Gaur is Krishna, Radha Krishna, then Radha Shyam, Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram. So Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, this. In this way he explained, but this is wrong. This is Rasa Abbas. Improper Siddhanta and improper placings is Rasa Abbas. So pure devotees, they don't like to hear this. I was in one program when someone started singing this. Then I objected, but I was not main organizer, not main preacher in that program. So I requested main preacher, you please stop this. But he did not want to, like, maybe disturb or something. So what to do? Later on he admitted, yes, this is Rasa Abbas. So Rasa Abbas and Apasiddhanta is not good. So those who don't know proper Siddhanta, they should not be engaged in speaking Harikatha. At least not in assembly of new people. They may practice like with some senior devotees and they will correct him. If he will speak something wrong, they will immediately correct him. But should not be like in public place or in preaching place, there's someone who does not know Siddhanta. Just speaking out of your mind and for the sake of speech. It should be according to Shastra. That is why Gaur Govinda Sai Maharaj also told, whatever you are speaking, you should give evidence from Shastra or some Mahajan, some authority, pure devotee, previous acharya, you have to give that quote. Otherwise, it is all useless. One should carefully accept the necessity of all the good qualities for bhajan. One's nature is described. Mahanubhaver chiter swabhav ei hoy. Pushpa sama komal kothin bajramoy. This is the nature of the mind of an uncommon personality. Sometimes it is soft like a flower, but sometimes it is as hard as a thunderbolt. When he has to cut Apasiddhanta or Rasa Bhas or any kind of anti-devotional activities or violence to jivas like this, then he will be very strong to cut that. But in private dealing with devotees, for the service of Krishna, he will be very soft. He helps others. So these are the qualities of a devotee. He will be like this, very hard, very soft, and he helps others. Mahanta swabhav ei tarite pamor. Nijo karjo nahi tabu jan tar ghor. Our Gurudev used to quote this verse many times when he spoke about Nimi Maharaj and Navajogendras of 11th canto, that topic. That time Nimi Maharaj said, you have no business, you are sadhus, preachers, you have no business to come. But out of your own compassion you come to householders to rescue us. Not of any necessity, like wanting money or this. No. Out of your own compassion you are coming. So this verse is Bengali translation of that verse in Bhagavatam in Sanskrit. It is the general practice of all saintly people to deliver the fallen. Therefore, they go to people's houses, although they have no personal business there. Exclusively out of compassion they go. Mahaprabhu instructs how one should make a promise. Prabhu kohe, koho tumi nahi kichu bhoye, jogya hoile koribo, ajogya hoile noye. The Lord gave Sarvam Bhattacharya the assurance that he could speak without fear, but added that if his statement was suitable, he would accept it, and if it were not, he would reject it. So we can hear, but not accept if there is anything against devotion. He should be affectionate to devotees. Prabhu kohe tumi Krishna bhakata pradhan, tomake je priti kore se bhagyavan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, my dear Ramananda Rai, you are the foremost of all the devotees of Krishna. Therefore, whoever loves you is certainly a very fortunate person. One who will have love for devotees, respect and service attitude and friendship that will satisfy Krishna more than directly serving Krishna, because he loves his devotees. In Madhyamadikar, one can understand the importance of serving the devotee, because they are so dear to Krishna. So if you, and also all devotees, they are very happy to see another devotee of Krishna, because I have devotion to Krishna and there is another who is devoted to Krishna. So you become very happy to see, oh, he's a devotee of Krishna, and you want to serve. But if there is like envy, then that is not devotion. That is material ego. Oh, he's also, and he's singing very loudly. He's showing his pride here. You become envious. You cannot detect devotion in him, but you want name and fame. Then that is not actual vision yet. A real devotee will love all devotees of Krishna. Very happy to see them, and very supportive. And if they are superior, he will be surrendered to them and he will serve them. If they will be equal, he will be friendly with them. And if they will be more junior to him, he will be affectionate to them, but he will love all devotees. But if there is envy, if someone will see superior devotee, he will want to bring him down by some false accusations or something. if he will see someone equal, then he will want to compete with him. And if he will see someone lower, he will belittle him, criticize him. Or what is that word in English? Like deride them, disrespect them, misuse. One should have firmness in attraction. কিন্তু অনুরাগী লোকের স্বভাব এক হয়, ইষ্ট না পাইলে নিজ প্রাণ সে চড়ায়. Still, isn't it the nature of an attached man to give up his life if he does not attain his desired object? That anurag, here the point, this word is anurag. One should have firmness in that anurag for Krishna. That the symptom is sin. When not meeting with his beloved, then he is thinking better to give up my life. That is the symptom of one who is very much attached to his object of love. So not getting him, not being in contact with him, not getting his service, he would think everything is useless. No reason to live. He should teach others by his pure conduct. তুমি ভালো করিয়াছো, শিখাহ অন্যেরে, এই মতো ভালো কর্মা সেহ যেন করে. The Lord would say, you have done well. Please teach this to others so that they may act in the same way. Guru, when he will see someone doing nice service, then he will praise him and encourage him, and he will also engage him to help others. I saw sometimes Gurudev, he was satisfied with some devotees. I saw how he like tap on the shoulders and you did good like this, and encourage and engage them in helping others. I saw. It is necessary to make intense efforts in practicing bhajan. There was one pujari, but one day he was singing for arati. Someone else was doing arati, but this pujari was singing. So he sang really he sang with love for those deities. So I also noticed at that time that he was singing very nicely. And when the arati was over, then I saw Gurudev also himself came to him and he told him, you were doing very nice. You sang very nice, and Gurudev was very satisfied. Because really that devotion was felt for the deities. He was singing for their satisfaction, not for our own entertainment, for our dancing and enjoying for entertainment. No, he was really singing for them. That is real devotion. Otherwise it is some material enjoyment. It is necessary to make intense efforts in practicing bhajan. Jatna graha bina bhakti na janmai prema. Without sincere endeavor in bhakti, one cannot attain prema. You see, this is who is saying? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are saying we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we are followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we will just get prema by mercy. Only you have to have love. That is all. Or get mercy, that is all. But here, Prema Avatar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whom we say we follow, is saying Jatna Graha Bina Bhaktina Janmai Preme. Jatna Graha means there is effort in the service. Jatna Graha Bina Bhakti na Janmai Preme. From the Prema will not come unless you sincerely endeavor in bhakti. You have to serve according to instruction of Gurudev. And Gurudev is giving according to Shastra. There are these forms of devotions you have to do. But nowadays, some sahaja, they think easily one can get. No, only you go to that guru, which I will tell you. You go to that guru, you get his mercy, you get everything. Why you are so much undergoing trouble? So that is sahajaism. That is not real devotion, but sahajaism, thinking you can get it easily. But what you will get? Nothing. You will be deprived of eternal welfare. It is necessary to give up association of arguers. Tarkik Shrigal Songe Bheu Bheu Kori, Se Muke Eve Sada Kohi Krishna Hari. In the association of the jackals known as logicians, I simply continue to bark a resounding Bheu Bheu. Now from this same mouth I am chanting the holy names Krishna and Hari. This is Sarvam Bhattacharya said to Mahaprabhu. It is by your grace. Before only arguing Shastra uselessly for name and fame, and also wrong Siddhanta. So that was like barking of a dog, no value. Now with the same mouth, by your grace, I am chanting Krishna now for his satisfaction. One grieves for others' suffering. Jiber dukho dekhi mor hridoy bidore, sarva jiber pap prabhu dekho mor shireha. Jiber pap loya mui koron naraka bhog. Sakala jiber prabhu guchaho bhavarok. This is Vasudev Datta Thakur saying to Mahaprabhu. My Lord, my heart breaks to see the sufferings of all conditioned souls. Therefore, I request you to transfer the karma of their sinful lives upon my head. My dear Lord, let me suffer perpetually in a hellish condition, accepting all the sinful reactions of all living entities. Please finish their diseased material life. This is how real Vaishnava is saying. And he is ready to accept that suffering just for the sake of others. This is Vasudev Datta Thakur, he told. Mahaprabhu said, by your desire, they will be liberated. And there is no need for you to get that suffering. Only by your desire, Krishna will fulfill that desire. So Vaishnavas, they have such compassion. They cannot see the suffering of others and they want their good. Even they're ready to accept that on themselves, that suffering, for others' sake, like tree. Tree will never protest anything, ever anyone doing harm to him, but he will give all benefit to all others. So tomorrow, Nishkinchan Maharaj and Bodayan Maharaj are coming here, and Wednesday also. Then on Thursday is program in Zagreb. So on these days there will be no Skype Harikatha, but we will continue on Friday.